Good evening. I'm so happy you were joining me for tonight's episode of Good News on Entertainment. We are featuring a lot in tonight's show, including a new book that is out called Raised to Stay. The author is a worship leader and has a popular podcast of the same name. Her mission is to help people stay in church despite feeling like they may have many reasons to walk away. And then a little later, we'll also be highlighting the latest summer movie to come to Pure Flix called God's Country Song. But first tonight, we are taking you to a place that is definitely on my bucket list, the Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C. If you are planning a trip to our nation's capital anytime soon, you will hear why this museum should be the first stop on your tour. And don't be fooled by the word museum. This place is packed with fun things to see and do for everyone in your family.
For centuries, people have turned to the Bible for comfort, inspiration, and hope. But what about adventure, entertainment, and fun? At Museum of the Bible, people experience the Bible in a whole new way. Through immersive exhibits and state-of-the-art attractions, the museum is bringing the hope and inspiration of the Bible to all people, all faiths, and all nationalities. Please help support Museum of the Bible. Visit museumofthebible.org to become a member today.
I know so many families are like me that are from around the country. It's on their bucket list to go. So how do you best describe what the Museum of the Bible is and what is waiting for them once they walk into the doors?
One of my favorite things about the museum is that we know people are going to come to DC and they want to see the monuments. They want to go look at the White House. They want to see all the other museums. Museum of the Bible does a great job of orienting families to the rest of Washington, D.C. for the rest of their trip. One of the ways we do that is we have a ride in our museum. Yes, an actual ride. So the kids will love that and the adults do too. And it flies you through Washington, D.C. and it shows you all of these different places in D.C. And there's only about 10 of them, but the reality is that there's so many more than that. But we just hit a brief few of them. And they show you the Judeo-Christian roots of America from its founding. So you have the scriptures that are hidden in plain sight. You have the frescoes and the paintings that are hidden in plain sight. It's all over the place. And so my favorite thing to say is that the museum is a great jumping off point for the rest of Washington, D.C. So we hope that families will come and they'll start at the museum and they just go out from there.
What is your best advice then to make the most of your trip? What's the general, typically how many hours does a family spend there? Do you need to block like an entire day there?
So biasly, I would say, of course, you want to spend the whole day there. But the reality is, you will want to spend the whole day there. We have so many families that come in and they don't realize how big the museum is. They think it's a couple of hour visit and then you're out and you're off to the next thing. And they're heartbroken because they go, we just didn't know this is a full day thing. We're 430,000 square feet. We are 6 floors and 7 levels. So many football fields fit inside Museum of the Bible. So it's definitely a full day event.
There's also like a virtual reality tour too, right, of the Holy Land. Explain how that works.
That's right. So I think it's about a 10 or 12 minute experience, and you go in and you sit down in your little pods and you put on the virtual reality headsets, and we take you to the Holy Land, and we show you different sites. And as we show you those sites, we're also telling scripture as well that directly relates to what you're seeing while you're there. So again, just another way that we're bringing the Bible to life. It isn't something that's made up. It's something that happened in real space in real time, and you can see them today in Israel or at Museum of the Bible.
I'd imagine this is a place where both a lot of non-believers and believers, you kind of have to assume that both are going to be there. Is it a chance, I would imagine, I don't see how it could not be, to share the gospel, to really reach non-believers?
Yeah, you're exactly right. People from all walks of life come to the museum. We see that very plainly in our surveys. And the museum does a great job of laying out the facts. Our history floor is on the 4th floor, and we take you from ancient history all the way to modern day, and we show you how we got there. We show you why the books are ordered the way they are. They show you why we have the different versions of the Bible. It does an excellent job, again, of just laying the facts out, letting people decide for themselves. But Our mission statement is inviting all people to engage with the transformative power of the Bible. We know that the Bible has those transformative qualities. We know that about the Bible. So we see that in our guest surveys. People leave these all the time that it's thought provoking. They believed one thing and they left believing another thing. I can't say enough about our scholars, our curators who have laid the museum out so carefully and with so much thought. And in so much detail that it causes people to have those critical thinking moments, especially when they've come in with preconceived notions.
I don't, that's my heart and passion, is to get everybody really reading the Bible from beginning to end and understanding context. And I get so excited that this point in time where we live, there's so many different ways and opportunities and technology and different things that we can use to get the story and the message out.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a big context person, maybe to a fault. I'm always wanting to know the context behind these things. I think it drives some people nuts sometimes, but I totally agree with you. I've had the opportunity to go to the Holy Land quite a few times in my life, and I always come back, and it's true. And it sounds cliche, but I never read my Bible the same afterwards. I have that experience at Museum of the Bible. Uh, just going back to the way that our scholars and curators have laid the story out, have laid the facts out, it does bring you to a critical thinking moment, and it also layers that context on top of you. I never would have thought about it like that, and it's partly just because a lot of us have grown up here in the United States. We were raised in a church that is very maybe just potentially just very Western thinking, and we don't think about things with the context of 2,000 years ago in the Middle East. So that context really does help, and it really will. It's encouraged me, and it's helped me to read my Bible just in a totally different way, and it really brings it to life more than anything. It makes it more exciting. Sometimes we get bogged down in the details of the Bible, and we can even say that dare I say, it's boring, but it isn't. And it just adding that context just brings these stories to life, and it makes it so much more exciting to read them. So,
Well, you've done it. It wasn't going to be a tough sell, but I need to book my trip. I'm doing it now. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for everything on what your team is doing. I know it's not easy, but it's also got to be a joy to bring the Bible to life the way that your team is doing.
thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you in Washington, D.C.
Oh, I can't wait to go. For more info on exhibits and ticket prices, just go to museumofthebible.org. Okay, now let's get to the book just released this month called Raised to Stay. Natalie Runion is a speaker, worship leader, and the founder of Raised to Stay, a ministry for those raised in the church who are in need of finding their own healing, calling, and voice in church leadership. She also has a popular podcast and big social media following. Let's hear more about her story. We were talking before we got started, Natalie. I just love that, number one, that we're talking about this, about church hurt, because I do think this is something that is so sensitive and people have a hard time talking about it. And then what really drew me to you and made me go, hey, I want to talk about this with Natalie, is that you have, from what I can tell, always say church hurt is not an excuse to stay away from the church. And that's everything we do here with the show. We want to encourage people to stay plugged into a church. So I want to invite you with me to kind of share your story a little bit so people can kind of know your heart and where you're coming from as you write this book.
Well, thank you so much for having me part of your community today. I love the church. I love God's people. I love God. And I grew up as a pastor's kid, so I think it's just in my DNA. But my dad wasn't the traditional pastor. He had been a drug addict and alcoholic prior to finding Jesus. And so most of our early days in ministry was in the homeless shelters. It was going to the places where he used to do drugs and actually, hand out blankets to the guys sleeping in the parks where he used to be himself. And it was so much about finding the people, not having the people come to us to a fancy church building, but going to where the people were. And really, that's where I learned how to lead worship, and where I learned how to memorize scripture was sitting with people who didn't know God and learning from my dad, who was just talking about this new God that he had found, this Jesus who just loved people first, more than positions or platforms. And I think that's what I've carried with me throughout all of my 20s and 30s and now into my 40s, as much as I tried not to be in ministry, because we did end up walking out our own church hurt as pastors and pastors' kids and pastors' families do. I tried really hard not to be in ministry, going to a public university, being a teacher for a while. But I always say that you can run, but you can't hide. And I ended up in full-time ministry in my early 20s, and I haven't looked back. But my own journey has been that I have to love people and love God more than I love being a worship leader, more than I love being in a big church, more than I love a position or a title. And when people are loved, when we love people, we always risk getting hurt. This is why Paul says in Corinthians, I've been lost in the wilderness. I've been shipwrecked 3 times. I've been betrayed by my enemies, and I've been betrayed by my brothers. This is in 2 Corinthians 11. And then in 12, he's saying, God, take this thorn from my flesh. And anybody who's been in the church or been in ministry, we find ourselves saying, why do I keep going back? Just like Paul, why do you keep getting back in the boat? And it's because we know that this risk is going to be worth it for the reward that's on the other side. And that is Jesus and the Great Commission to go and make disciples. And that's why we can't walk away, because we know God is in it for the long haul with us.
Oh, I love that. So for anyone watching today, obviously you would tell them, your book is going to be a great place to start. But what would you encourage them to do if they're walking through church hurt? And again, maybe they've been using that as an excuse of not going to church right now or giving, a break. And I always think that if I'm ever going anything and it makes me want to pull away from reading my Bible or going to church or being with other, it's like that's a huge red flag, like something needs to be dealt with. What would you say for people that may be feeling that separation that I think in turn makes them feel separated from God, but it's not?
No, I mean, first of all, we can wrestle with our relationship with the church and people and not quit Jesus. I think we for so long are told that they both have to go in tandem together. And if you don't go to church, you don't love Jesus and all of that. And we have to remember that God is so gracious and kind. And the family of God is for us to find this fellowship of believers, not to prove our loyalty to God. He knows we love him. He knows we're in relationship with him. And, I think for those wrestling right now, I would say, let's just for a moment sit across from each other like we're having a cup of coffee. And I want to say to you, I want to hear your story. I want to know what happened. I think so many people just want to be heard. They want their story to be heard and their pain to be validated. And the church wrestles with wrestling. The church doesn't know how to sit across from someone and hear their story and not have a direct answer or a fix-it solution. And really, I want to say to those who are hurting, we want to know your story. We want to know what happened. And first of all, we believe you. We believe that hurt happened. We're not going to gaslight you and tell you it didn't happen. We want to hear about that. And then I want to say to you that though that hurt happened, there is a healer who wants to heal you of that pain. And he wants to heal you from those wounds. And you can find healing in the family of God. It might take 2 or 3 visits to 2 or 3 different churches. It may take trying a new small group or a new Bible study. And healing isn't linear. Healing has this movement, this ebbing and flowing, and God is not in a hurry with our healing, and he's not in competition with our therapist and our medication. He knows what we need to get that healing. And so healing is for you. The hurt happened, but healing is for you. And I promise, if you hold on to Jesus, John 15, you abide in Christ, you stay connected to him, he will provide you that church family that will walk you through the rest of your healing so that you are then able to help other people heal through your testimony.
I love that you mentioned maybe trying other churches, because I think that's a really big struggle when people are looking for a church. Maybe they go to one and they're like, nope, see, it's not for me. And, but finding the right church, I mean, it's just crucial, and it's not going to happen overnight. It may for some, but I don't know. Is that what you're finding as well as people maybe go through hurt and then are trying to reconnect?
Sure, because hurt changes us. It teaches us what we're willing to sit in, and it teaches us what we're not going to negotiate with, we're not going to want to step into again. And so we are a little bit, those wounds kind of direct where we might go for healing. And so I think it's something that takes time. I think if we have kids and a spouse, that adds an extra element to it. There are so many different things that can contribute to what we're looking for in a church in our 20s versus in our 40s. So I mean, denominations. The good thing is we live in America. So this is kind of a first world problem in that I can throw a stone from one church to another church on any given street and be given options. So I feel very blessed that we live in a country where if I don't like a church around the corner, I can go another 200 yards and try another one, you know?
Yeah. What other message, as we, I feel like I could spend hours with you, but what other message would you like people to know, whether they're walking through this or maybe they want to recommend this book to somebody else? I mean, what's the message that you hope you can spread through this?
I think we just need to give each other permission to wrestle, wander, and wonder with God. This wonder, this WONDER, I wonder about this scripture. I wonder about that person's experience. Turning our wonder back to God, turning our wonder back to preferring each other over our own stories and our own experiences, so that we can really invite God back into this space where it's okay to wrestle with God and not have shame and condemnation for having questions. When a prodigal comes home, we don't care how long they've been gone. We're just glad that they've come back. And so for churches in particular, we need to be better at asking questions, leaning in, turning to wonder, turning back to Jesus and saying, God, give us that love that you have for your people. Let us love people with that same kind of love and gentleness, but also with a passion to point them back to Jesus when they come to us wounded. And the overall message of this entire book is that, yes, it's going to be hard. And yes, we're going to get hurt, but there is a God of hope. There is a God who will provide us with this hope, and we will have holy encounters with the living God if we will just hold on to him, stay connected to that vine, but also love as he loves us. And we will not want to leave the church as we begin to really plant ourselves and begin to love the people more than we love ourselves and our own agendas.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Hey, before I let you go, let's talk about where people can find you. I kind of love your story with social media too, because I don't think you really kind of realized what you had started here in this community that kind of gathered rather quickly behind you. And I think you struck a nerve that you didn't really realize was so raw out there for so many.
It's exciting. We have 100,000. There's like 105,000 stayers. I call my Instagram family my stayers. You can follow us on Instagram. I do have a couple of Facebook accounts that have a couple thousand stayers in there too. I just started TikTok, which is not my go-to, but apparently there's a stayer TikTok page too. But really, yeah, you can follow us along there. And then the book is available wherever you can buy books. So we're just excited to be able to share this message of a reconciled God and a reconciled church.
All right. Well, Natalie, thank you so much for taking time with me. God bless what you were doing and the message that you were trying to get out to get people to turn back to church. Because, man, if you don't have a church family, I don't know, God first, but then, man, church family, I think can just help us in more ways than we even know. So
Yes.
You're also working on something else a little later in the year. That's a tease. So I'm hoping we can talk again for that as well.
I would love that.
The book is out now and can be found where most books are sold or on her website, raisedtostay.com. Last but not least tonight is a fun and charming movie now out on Pure Flix. Let's take a look at the movie before we talk with the lead actor.
Let's make it feel welcome. It's Noah Bryan.
I got some good news. You're opening for Colt Young.
Do you know how big this is for us? I think we should celebrate.
There's no drinking on this tour.
You gotta stay humble. Pride always comes before the fall. I've seen it before, know what I'm talking about, all right?
I got this, man.
You need to read this.
Come on. This ain't the first time someone's claimed I was their baby daddy.
They want you to take a paternity test.
What is it?
Congratulations.
told you I wasn't that kid's daddy. I told you. It's over. My career's over. You understand that, right? This is done.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
It's time you met your son.
I'm from Child Services. Up until a few weeks ago, this little boy had a loving mother. He needs his father.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
I know how to be a daddy. I can ruin his life.
You got your parents? You see him? You come strolling back into our lives with a little boy. And now you want our help. You want to stay out all hours of the night. But you have a responsibility to that little boy.
Just because you never had a dream, Daddy, that don't mean I can.
I want to show you something. It's your dad's. He's one of the best bull riders ever.
What happened?
I got pregnant with you.
Having you, that was my dream. God has a plan.
Please forgive my pride. I want to be his dad.
Are you being the man?
I think I'm ready.
I would love nothing more than for you to be ready.
Daddy,
What's up?
what does being the man mean?
Sometimes being a man, it makes me want to be a better person. Being a man, that you're running away, it's running home. Stepping in when the pressure's on.
Can I have a grilled cheese?
Oh, why, yes, you can.
Being a man, being a man.
Okay, if you're a fan of country music like myself, and then of course are looking for a good summer movie, well, I think we found it. I'm so excited talking with Justin now, of course, the lead actor in this. We just saw the trailer. And again, good storyline. The cast is great. And then good music. This just looked like a really fun film to be a part of.
Yeah, it was a really, really fun film. And like you said, a great cast. Mariel Hemingway plays my mom. John Laughlin played my dad. Christopher Michael was my manager. JJ, the little boy, is beyond cute. So he kind of steals every scene that he's in.
Well, the music is pretty good too. So talk about that, and because this is your other passion besides acting, so that had to be a lot of fun to kind of merge those two.
Yeah. I mean, I was so excited when I got this script and saw that this character Noah Bryan was not only is he a musician, but he's a country singer. So it's just, it's just how I grew up. It's the music that I listened to growing up. So it's just really fun to be a part of this. And then Andy Sheridan and Melissa, who did the music for this movie, just did such a good job, like helping to create this arc of a story just with these songs. So it's really beautiful music. I was really honored that I got to sing on it, and yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Talk about, there's of course this faith-based element too, which is what we love promoting all the films on Pure Flix. And I know that you really related being a dad, and you've been open about adoption as well, and how that's a part of your family story. Kind of connect the two, and again, maybe kind of what you learned kind of going through this process as well. Maybe just got a new perspective on things too.
Yeah. I mean, so my wife, Melissa, and I guess, long story short, we just, early on decided in our marriage, like, we're ready to have kids, and it just kind of wasn't happening. And we were praying, and like, it's something my wife always wanted to adopt. And she was like, I just feel like we're supposed to adopt. And I can remember being in church, like praying and like almost audibly hearing God's voice, like, yeah, you're going to adopt. And I was like, okay, like, great. Yeah, I'm down for it, And so, it was just, Olivia is just such a miracle in our lives. Like, literally, we decided, we're going to adopt, and we met the lawyer, and 4 months later, like, she was in our arms, in our home. So all that to say, like, most people, you're like, yeah, I'm ready to have a kid. And then you start planning, and you have like 9 months to be like, although you're never ready, you have like a little bit of time. And this was like 4 months, boom, we're flying, across the country to go pick up this beautiful child. And the nurse, they put this baby in your arms, and I was, in my 20s at the time. I'm like, what, like, okay, like, what do I do now? Like, you're not going to let us leave the hospital, are you? Because I don't know how to take care of a child. So, I can remember even talking to Johnny, the director, early on, and that's sort of where I feel like that was not easy, but I was able to connect with Noah in that sense of, I'm not, like, it's like, yeah, I'm ready to adopt. And then the moment hits you and you're like, I don't think I'm ready. Like, this is an actual living human being, like a beautiful child. I don't know. But you learn along the way, and you stumble and you fall. And, now Olivia's 7 and our younger daughter Sophie's 5, and they're just beautiful. And I tell them every day to stop growing because it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I got 3 of my own.
No.
But when God's in it, it's pretty cool to see. And I have a very similar story. We didn't adopt. But I get the longing, and then I get when God answers prayers, and yet he still teaches you along the way, right?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, because it's even like that old song, the country song, like "Thank God for Unanswered Prayers," because we just prayed so hard, like, help us to get pregnant. I remember being in church, and I remember our pastor and the pastor's wife at the time just like praying over us to like conceive, and then I'm like, thank you, God, that we weren't able to, because like and pardon me if I start crying, but I just could never imagine my life without Olivia in it. And so, like, just thank God that he didn't answer that prayer and everyone told us, I can remember everyone's like, we were like about to adopt, and they're like, you're going to get pregnant, like, as soon as you adopt, right? And we're like, that's fine. Like, if that's, that's totally fine. And I can remember us being like, people like, are you going to have another? Like, this is after, Olivia was like a couple months old, and it was like, I don't know, like, I'm just so content, like, where we are. And then of course, like, we got pregnant right away, and we were like, just beyond thrilled, like, just beyond thrilled.
No, I love that. Yeah, my older 2 are 15 months apart. So again, I
Wow.
totally
Yeah.
understand and
We're
get
19.
it.
Yeah.
But what's your message? Is people, and again, I'm so thankful that Pure Flix is constantly putting out new original movies
Yeah.
because they're so needed. I think, this is why we have this show. People are craving this type of stuff. And this is perfect, right up my alley, being a country music fan too.
Yeah. I'm so thankful to Pure Flix. It's like something I've just prayed for a long time, is just to be a part of like movies and art that reflect God and his nature, and, but also the brokenness of the world. Because I think that when we relate that through art, it just helps us feel like we're not alone. And I think that's kind of what we're all like longing for. And I think that's why God calls us into community, because we shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing this alone. And I think that Pure Flix is just doing such a great job of, outside of our local community, which is vitally important. Like, we're creating this like larger, like more grand scale community. And we're also just like creating conversations, like, like this movie can just create conversation easily if someone's dealing with addiction, or, if they're going through broken homes, or, adoption, or they find out they have a child out there. There's just so many things that people can relate to in this movie that I think can help them feel a sense of community and not being alone. And so I'm just really thankful to Pure Flix that they let me be a part of it.
To find out more about the movie, just head to pureflix.com. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and I really look forward to seeing you next week right here on your Christian Television Network.